Hello everyone, the Gaming Weasel, yes that is me, and back with another video. Ducats. What are ducats? How do you get them? What is the most efficient way of getting them? And what are they used for? So, with ducats. Ducats is a currency that is used to trade with the Void Trader that comes every second Friday. So, how do you get ducats? Ducats are gained by selling your primed items. For example, selling your blueprints for primed weapons and or warframes, your weapon parts and your warframe parts. So, each one of these, items has a ducat value attached to them. So they range from 15, for example, as you can see, let's say this relic, Paris Prime Blueprint is worth 15. Then the Bratton Prime Stock is worth 25. Then the Bronco Prime Barrel is worth 45. And the Euphona Prime Receiver is worth 100. Now, it goes from 15 to 25 to 45 to 65 to 100. No item is worth more than 100 ducats. Some primed items are worth 65, uncommon ones of course. Some prime items are worth 65, some are worth 45. Some common ones are worth 25 and some are worth 15. And some rare items are worth 65 and 100. Now, there's of course a option of buying yourself prime parts and getting your ducats that way, but that is really inexpensive. I mean, that's not inexpensive, but not as efficient as farming the actual items themselves. So, now, what is the most efficient way of farming yourself ducats? First things first, choose a relic that doesn't have a forma inside of its drop pool, because forma is worth no ducats and it is useless, and if you get it, it is going to be very not fun. And no ducats means you don't get closer to your goal of buying that primed item or mod or decoration or whatever you want to buy. A little bit of a tip, I guess a little bit of a insight. Primed mods are usually worth around 350 to I think around 400 ducats, and weapons are worth around 350 to 500 ducats, so keep that in mind. Of course, you do still have like 2 weeks to farm a lot of ducats, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, no forma would be very great. For example, like this one, the Oxy 05 Relic. It doesn't have a forma inside of here, and that makes the drop pool at least 15 ducats. Now, second tip, put your relics to Radiant. I showed you how to farm Void Traces. You can probably click the little eye up there and check that video out. But refining a relic increases the chance and decreases the chance of getting common ones and increases the chance of getting uncommon ones and rare ones. It doesn't mean you're not gonna get any common ones, because there's still a chance, as you can see by this bronze bar here, but the chances are just that tiny smidge less than if it wasn't refined. So, no relics, relics without, of course, forma, refined relics, preferably radiant, and also, last tip is going to be playing inside of a squad. The more friends you have that have radiant relics, the higher chances of getting a rare. So, of course, that's logical, because, of course, if all of you had just a normal relic, the chances of getting a rare are very slim. And if all 4 of you had a radiant relic, you have a much bigger chance. Now, one more little tiny tip. Look up some weapons. I'm going to quickly just scroll here through and use relics and, of course, prime parts. They're not worth that much platinum. Usually, in my case, every time an item is worth around 30 platinum, I do not sell it for ducats, because it doesn't pay out in the long run. If it's worth around 20 to for example, 25, I just turn it into ducats, because I can make a bigger profit out of it in the long run. But that's just my thing. If you really need the platinum, then sell the prime item that you want. But weapons, for example, like the Pangolin, for example, like the Baza, then Ivar is pretty decent, but I wouldn't really recommend you sell it, like the Guandao Prime, and some of the Corinth as well. Some of these items are not worth that much in platinum. Of course, you can make the whole set and then make platinum that way, but this is just a ducat farming guide. And I prefer you just, sell, or I guess look at relics where the primed items is not worth as much, that you don't need that prime item or that prime set. And of course, if you want to farm platinum, you can save up that certain item and farm that set up and sell it for platinum. So that is my last sort of tip. Now, what are the best locations, missions to actually farm your relics and farm ducats? Well, farming up ducats is going to be very easy inside of missions, inside of fast missions. For example, let's say Spy. Spy is pretty fast. Then we don't have any here, but capture missions. Neo capture missions appear in Yuko in the Void pretty often. So doing that is really, really good. Defense can be a pretty decent option as well, because defense missions can be sped up a little bit with Speed Nova, with Mesa, with other Warframes as well. I mean, not the actual mission itself, but the pace of the mission can be sped up a little bit by the correct team, of course. So defense missions are very good. If you want to just chill out and efficiency is not the key, survival missions usually appear, mod survival missions appear usually as well as Neo, because a lot of people have a lot of Neo relics. So Neo survival on Mott or Annie usually appears. So that is, I mean, 5 minutes for one relic is really bad, because with capture missions you can achieve at least or open up 3 relics in that time. But if you just want to chill out for like a 1 hour or so, talk with your friends, you know, play the game, chill out, and not really rushing to farm as many ducats as you possibly can, survival missions are the way to go, and preferably Neo, because they are pretty easy to get. So basically, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.